the heart of the Yucatán rainforest, beneath towering ceiba trees and drifting fog, ancient stones breathe under a skin of moss. Stones that were once cities, cities of light, of ceremony, of minds that gazed upward to the stars. Here, thousands of years ago, a civilization rose without iron, without wheels, without horses, and yet built one of the most extraordinary puzzles in human history, the civilization of the Maya. The Maya were not an empire in the Roman sense, nor a kingdom like Egypt. They were people of both earth and sky, farmers who read the soil, and philosophers who measured the cosmos. Perhaps more than any other culture, they understood the rhythm of time, not the ticking of hours, but the living heartbeat of the universe. But how could such brilliance vanish? How could millions of people, vast cities, pyramids of stone, simply disappear as if swallowed by the jungle itself? This is not a story of ruin, nor is it a story of loss. It is the story of a civilization that still breathes in our calendars, in our stars, and in the part of the human mind that still hungers for mystery. They say that if you stand among the ruins of Palenque or Tikal at midnight and climb to the top of a temple, you can still hear the voices of the past, the beating drums, the echo of forgotten tongues, the whispers of priests speaking with fire. The Maya watched the heavens, not for beauty, but for pattern. They searched for rhythm between the earth and the stars. To them, the world was not a place to live in, but a living being itself, a breathing, dying, reborn cosmos. And at the heart of their belief lay one great secret, the mystery of cyclical time, time that turns, dies, and returns again. While Europe still wandered in the darkness of the Middle Ages, the Maya were mapping the sky. They tracked the planet Venus with an accuracy of less than 1/100th of a day. They discovered the number 0, centuries before the rest of the world. And with that knowledge, they built a calendar so precise that modern astronomers say it differs from NASA's calculations by only seconds. But to the Maya, numbers and time were not tools. They were sacred beings. Every day, every month, every lunar phase had its own spirit. Their calendar was not meant to measure, but to speak with the gods. They believed the world had been created and destroyed many times before. We are but one turn of an endless cosmic wheel. In their view, the end of the world was not tragedy. It was renewal. Perhaps that is why, when the Spaniards came, many of their priests whispered, "We are at the end of our cycle." But every end is a beginning. In the midst of the jungle lies a city, Chichén Itzá. Towers of limestone rise above the canopy, and even today on the equinox, the shadow of a serpent slithers down the great staircase, a vision crafted by astronomers and architects, a tribute to the feathered god Kukulkan. But the true wonder of Chichén Itzá may not be in its light, but in its sound. Stand at the base of the pyramid and clap your hands, and the echo that returns is not your own. It mimics the cry of the Quetzal, the sacred bird of the Maya forest. For decades, scientists have tried to explain how stone and geometry could produce such a perfect illusion. But perhaps only the Maya truly knew. Across their lands, from Guatemala to southern Mexico, the Maya built their cities in harmony with the heavens. Every temple, every avenue aligned with the sun, the moon, and the stars. To them, a city was not merely a place to live, but a vast machine built to connect earth and sky. And then, in the 9th century, the machine fell silent. No world war, no plague, no conqueror, only silence. They were gone, or perhaps they chose to disappear. Today, as explorers walk through the ruins, they still find roots piercing the roofs of temples, trees reclaiming their stone. Nature has taken her children back, but the mystery remains. The Maya, a civilization born of the jungle, who lived by the stars, and in the end returned to the forest that gave them life. But before they vanished, they left behind something greater than temples or glyphs, a truth about time itself. That time is not our enemy, it is our breath. And now our journey begins into the minds of the mathematicians of the heavens, into the world of gods and sacrifice, into a civilization that still beats within the pulse of the earth. Welcome to the world of the Maya. Over 3,500 years of civilization. From 2000 BC to 900 AD, at its peak, more than 15 million people. Over 40 major cities. Temples rising 70 meters above the jungle. A pyramid with 365 steps, one for every day of the year. A solar calendar so precise it lost only one day every 5,000 years. The Hab year, 365 days. The Tzolk'in cycle, 260 days, together forming the 52-year calendar round. Numbers built on 20s. 0 discovered by the 4th century AD, more than 160 gods, over 800 glyphs. At Copan, more than 4,000 monuments still stand. By 900 AD, the great cities fell silent. More than 6 million descendants still live today. The numbers tell a story.